This is the real concrete jungle.
Where I'm from, yeah. I'm from a concrete jungle in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The concrete jungle.
Welcome to the Concrete Jungle Podcast, in-depth artist interviews, where we'll be diving a little deeper with some of your favorite artists from all around the world and introduce you to some dope people you never knew you needed to know. Shout out to the Concrete Jungle Clothing, sponsoring all your dope local and international island hip-hop artists. Tap in with us on Instagram, yo. That's Instagram, IG, yo, with the one, yo, Jungle with the one. Hit it up, y'all. Don't forget we on TikTok, Jungle with the 4, yo. Hit us up. Check out this YouTube channel, subscribe, and don't forget to check out the latest collection available now. Yo, check it out, y'all. Tonight, we got a special guest up in the Concrete Jungle, yo. We got a fresh off the block artist all the way from the 760 Oceanside, California. This Oos has been making some serious noise up in the game. He's the talk of the town, so it's only right we drop to the Concrete Jungle. His fresh young flow, yo, with that lyrical tone, makes him a major player in this game. Yo, so please welcome to the Concrete Jungle. My Oos, yo, boy, Fa'asu up in the building, yo.
The Concrete Jungle.
Yo, what up? That is the most hardest intro ever. That's
looking
hard
out,
for
my
sure.
Oos.
That's love. That's love.
You know what I'm saying? I got to match the energy of all these dope MCs that come across the concrete. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey man,
salute
you
to
killing
you,
it. That was
Oos.
hard. And that was hard. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna sample that right there. Hell yeah.
Hey, so what's good, my Oos? So catch us up. How you doing, my Oos?
Hey man, every day is every day, you know. Just taking everything as it is, you know. Life. How is everything on that side?
Yo, everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? With all the shit going on in this world, just trying
You
to,
feel me?
you know, get to work and stay out the way sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's all we can do, man. Glad you
Hey.
say.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you know, before we cracked it off, man, congratulations on everything going on, you know, with the music and everything, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, the Concrete Jungle, we like to bring the hot exclusive shit that's just going on right now.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So we ranging from Cali all the way to New Zealand to Samoa and even to my Usos out in Palestine. What's up, yo? In the Mid-East, yo.
Oh.
Blah, blah, yo.
Oh, they everywhere. Okay, they
You know what I'm
everywhere.
saying,
Mr.
Oos?
Worldwide. Okay.
Yo, so take us to your world real quick, my Uso. Let's get a little introduction. Yo, who is Boy, my Us?
Hey, man. See, those are one of the things. Like, I'm new to this, so I don't really have it yet. I don't even know what I'm doing, but you know, I'm just a kid from Oceanside that's just trying to find a way and make it happen. That's it. That's all it really is. 24 years old. Yeah, that's really it, man. This rap thing just kind of fell into my lap, and then, you know, as time went on, you kind of get good at it, and it's like, all right, let's run with it. Let's see what happens.
Like I might be able to make something out of this. You know
You
what I
feel
mean?
me? Little bit.
That's what's up, man. So Oceanside, California, yo, take us to the hood real quick, yo. So is there like a separation with Oceanside and San Diego?
Yeah, we in the middle of San Diego. I mean, we San Diego County, but we in the middle of LA and San Diego, so we just a little city by the water. And so that's really what it is. Everybody be saying like, oh, we San Diego, but we all in town. We prideful right here. It's the town right here.
That's what's up, man. I think there's a lot, you know, that a lot of talent, but a lot of good people, you know, in Cali, you know, and a lot of misconception is that, like, you know, because we live out here in Cali, like we living in beach houses and shit.
Right.
What's
right.
maybe one misconception of living in Oceanside?
That is just, you know, sunny days and beach vibes all the time. You know, some places it is, some places it get a little tricky. But for the most part, it's, you know, it's settled down. People are, you know, finally growing up and you know, starting their life. So it's been kind of quiet, but yeah, it gets a little tricky out here, like in most places.
That's what's up. And it seems like you channel all the energy into the music. And I really do want to say, man, you know, listening to your music and just kind of do some research on it, it's refreshing to hear lyrical shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, fuck being proper and all that shit. You know, from one MC to another, I just want to say good shit, my Oos.
That's love. Appreciate it. That's love.
You know, you really, I come from the boom bap era. So, you know, whereas MCs with the DJing complimenting, you know, each other. And then you have that raw essence of just your pen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you deliver that, Oos. So let's take it to the beginning of this song. It fell in your lap like, Oos, how does this talent just fall in your lap? Because you're doing more than just rapping, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Before it was, I was running with this Twitter thing. I was doing Twitter videos, you know, the little comedy thing. I thought I was, you know, Dave Chappelle running around just making skits and all this stuff. and then you know, did a couple shows and kind of bombed those, and I was like, all right, comedy ain't for me, dog. I gotta find something else. So that, and then you know, it's always been around. My family has always been musically inclined from the OGs. You know, my uncle on the bass, uncle on the drums, grandma and auntie sing. So it's something that always been in me, but I had to go find it for myself and had to take the time to actually learn myself and know myself before I could put words on the beat type thing. So that's really where it came from. It was football first, like every other, you know, Polynesian kid. Football don't work out. You don't want to go to school. You don't want to go to class. You know, you kind of run into the wrong, how you say it, situations in life, and then you know you just make the best of what you have. But man, I didn't even think about doing music until you know the homies was like, "Hey, you should actually try this. Let's see what happens. Put you in the studio, get in the studio, and you know, from that day on, it just came."
Man, that's dope. Hats off to that, man. I always salute the athletes turn to music because I feel like a lot of us, you know, Polynesians, we grow up, like you said, music's just surrounded by us. So it's kind of like when they ask you, like, you know, when you start doing music, it's like, man, it ain't on us, it's in us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yes, sir.
so
Absolutely.
I feel like exactly what you mean in that sense. Also, too, like, so where's the transition come from football to music? At what age did that happen?
Freshman year in high school. Yeah. Freshman year in high school when I found out what ineligibility was. So all my years, you feel me? All my years of playing football, you know, I'm just playing, and my parents is like, no school, no football, but you know, somehow I'm still playing, you know, doing my thing in Pop Warner as you can. And then freshman year hits, and he's like, hey, you know, Fasua, gotta talk to you. You know, you can't play. Like, what do you mean I can't play? You're ineligible. Oh, what the hell?
Shit.
So ever since then, you know, school's never been my thing. So yeah, it was a tough one to hang up the cleats, but you know, blessings come when another one leaves. So it was a good
up,
life
man.
lesson.
Yeah, like real shit. And you say like when you're an athlete at that sense, you kind of just doing your shit, and you kind of don't really pay attention to the future of what's about to happen. Take me right there,
Yes,
real
sir.
quick, because I have a lot of youngsters out there who are connected with the Concrete Jungle, you know, and some of them in that program, that D1 program too. Shout out to Modern Day. So you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, like, what is like the mentality as a teenager where you're like, you know, I'm bad as fuck in football. You know what I'm saying? I know I got some
Right.
skills and shit, but I just don't want to go to class. Like, what's the mentality at that moment?
It's just being a immature kid. I mean, at least for me, but you know, it was really the immaturity and thinking you know it all, and like, man, I don't need this. You know, I got little girls on my side. I ain't really tripping about no class. I ain't really tripping about no school. I got the homies, man. We over here, like, all I'm really cared about is I'm here at school, and we're finna go to practice, and then we're finna play in the game. And that taught me, you know, the cycles that you just keep, you know, wiping away your responsibilities, just gonna come back in a major way. So yeah, for all the kids out there, man, if you nice like that, it'll be nice in that classroom too, fool. It's gonna come, man. Oh, it's gonna come.
Better be nice on and off that field.
You feel me? They gonna clown your ass. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's really what it was.
That's what's up. So what have you learned? What is being an athlete kind of helped you with being a music artist?
The consistency, and actually, you know, the consistency part of everything of writing is the same as sprints. You know, coming up with your cadence is the same as, you know, eating right, or, you know, just little things to maintain being an athlete. So for me, music was, the transition was not so much you know, that switch of being a dog or, you know, being the best. It was like, all right, I need to learn who I am, because at a certain point, like, if I'm not saying the truth, it's gonna come back and be like, hey, he's not that person. He don't really do that. So as long as I'm being honest, being myself, and knowing my path and my why to start in this music thing, you know, that's kind of the how you say it, the success for me in that aspect.
That's what's up. Do you ever feel like the pressure of having to like cater to the Polynesian audience?
No, because I'm a Polynesian that's a rapper, so that should be enough right there. I don't
Right.
have to, fit into that box because as you hear the other rappers say, like, we have a box, and it's cool to see people come out of it, and so you just breaking barriers until I want to see that mainstream life. I want to go hang out with the best of them. Like, put on the beat and let's go rap. If you really rap, let's go rap. I'm not with the politics. I ain't with the, hey, you should do it with this guy because this and this. Like, just play the beat and we go. Poly or not,
That's what's
rap
up.
is art. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, and kind of like making your way through the game, have you ever had to experience that? Because we're from Cali, gang culture out here is pretty big. So, have you ever had to run into those politics while just doing your music grind?
Out here, no, because that's why I try to stay away from. I wasn't how do you say it? Growing up in it, but it was always around. As a kid, you see the ones that wear all red. Like, why they got all red on? You go to school, you wear all red, and it's like, oh, it is blood, this, grit, that, and then you start to learn like it's a dead end. So once you see the dead end, what we putting in, the youth's ears, really, really saying like, it's okay to throw your life away, and that's in that aspect, it's kind of it's a tough balance because you still write these songs and then you still got to go live the life outside of the song. So it's just one of those things, like, you just stay in tune with yourself and nothing goes wrong.
That's definitely true. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of staying, true to yourself and rooted in that sense, how has the transition come from about a year ago and writing NMBB? You know what I'm saying? So like that, how has the whole grind been since?
Yeah, that was my first one of I wrote off of anger, and that was a good feeling. That right there was a breath of fresh air, a relief, like, to get it off my chest and to know, like, I made mistakes because I made mistakes, not because I followed a gang and got locked up. And this is like, my mistakes were this. I hung out with people that thought I could trust. Turns out I couldn't. Learn that lesson, put it all, into 3 verses and give it to actually, to the world. So it was a good feeling, but a year ago was anger. It was anger. I'll tell you that.
Looks like a lot of growth happened, Uso. And that's definitely where you want to come from. And I'll say one thing, man. The thing about anger, man, if you know how to channel it right, you can get a few songs and maybe an album out that shit.
You feel me? You feel me? Hey, I don't know. I don't think they're ready for it, but soon. I'm gonna tell you, soon it's coming.
That's what's up. And by the way you explain that, it really does like confirm like my feeling of when I'm listening to your music, prior to meeting you, Oos. Because when I'm hearing this, like I said, Oos, much love to all the artists out there. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it gets a little repetitive. It sounds like we're listening to the same thing. And so when I heard you, and I was like, because I first came across you from the Big Oos Gotti, he introduced me to you and like the music. And so as this is all coming to fruition, it's like, I love your process and I love where it's going because, like I said, I come from that lyrical boom bap era, and you're a fresh version of it today. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so like, with that being said, like, what are you hoping to do with the music and impact on this world? Like, what are you hoping the music has to impact this world with?
For me, I just keep it simple. I'm a very simple person. So as long as I keep it 100, people gonna hear it. And if it's different and if it's a different sound, I don't really have to fit in and throw in the guns and the drugs and the game banging and this. I can talk about my feelings that a million people feel. I can talk about mental things that I know a bunch of people are going through. So you say the words for them. And that really right there, as long as you listen to it one time, you be like, oh, damn, let me listen to another one. Let me listen to another one, then become a fan. But for me, impact or not on the world, as long as I'm impacting, my family And hold on, as long as I impacted my my family, myself, and representing my community, right? That's all that really matters to me. So for the world, I mean, we'll see when we get there, type thing.
That's what's up, man. You're very humble about that, Oos. Give us something that has been rewarding about being an artist.
Actually, the youth, you know, seeing kids,
Got to give it back
nervous,
to the youth, man.
Yeah, nervous and you know, excited to talk to you, and you know, just kind of like, do I say what's up to them? Nah, I'm too cool. Like, be like, man, come over here. What's up with you, man? You know, how do you, you know, you play ball, this and this, little talks, because you know, I remember growing up and being in that position and looking at, you know, rappers and being like, or around the city locally and be like, oh damn, it's him, but I gotta act cool, like you nobody. But that's one of the things, like the benefits of being an artist is the kids. If the kids mess with you, whew,
Kids don't
hey,
lie.
you want to say, huh? The kids like it. Hey, it's a bop. It's a banger.
Shit. That's a good thing, man. Shout out to the kids. And like I always say, man, you got to give it back to the youth, because then in turn, tenfold, to give it back to the generation to come. You know what I'm saying? Now that's exactly where we at. And Oos, let's talk about the kids is watching right now, so I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Let's talk about the relationship with Gotti. How did this come about, Oos? You signed to the label, yo. Oos, let's talk about it. What's up?
That's the OG.
Bro,
Shout
commission, yo.
Gotti.
OG Gotti,
Gotti
yo.
and T.Lo.
What's happening?
T.Lo is happening. Man, I mean, just like any, so the crazy story is, probably a week prior, I was on the phone with my dad, and I was like, man, I quit. Like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done. I'm over it. Like, I can't do this no more. I'm just a bum. Like, you know, nothing's going for me. Nothing's moving. And my dad just telling me, like, you know, keep going. You know, something gonna happen. Just keep going. Like, don't worry about the outside. Be you and do what you got to do. My aunt, I guess he hits on my auntie. He sees her on the Instagram. And my dad was like, wait, that's your son? That's Mosquito's son? Ever since then, the rest is history right here. We in the process of it. So it's good. It's good to get linked up with him, especially with their background and what they brought to the table, and to pave the way for this. It's a humbling experience to be like, you know, not to take the reins, but to walk in the footsteps and you know, push them as well, to push their name. Man,
that's dope. Shout out to Pops, man. Yeah, he linked that up. You're going to have to give Pops his 15%, Oos.
Man. Tell that man I said.
That's dope, Oos. So, like, we linked up. We got the connection. We linked up with Gotti. Oos, what was it like? You 24 years young Oos. So what was it like with you growing up off of Boo-Yaa Tribe's music?
It was different, you know. You hear that? What was it? 1, 2, 5, way 2, and then you listen to all this stuff, and then you go to school the next day, and nobody know what you're talking about. You like in 4th grade, 5th grade, you know. So it was kind of like, man, in my own different world. My uncle passed, and all of them came, and they were around the truck, and I was inside the truck, and I was like, oh, this is Boo-Yaa Tribe, like, and to know from like then on, it's still like crazy to talk about, and I still be in anxiety, like, damn, it happened, but it was definitely just in my own world. It was definitely in my own world, listening to, like, you know, even when they got this track with Eminem, I was like, oh, that's cold. That's cold.
Classic shit right there, you know?
Yes,
and the funny part about that, you know what I'm saying, with the Uso kind of dropping that gem about them providing protection for M in exchange for you know, a song.
Right. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Look at our people. You know what I'm saying? We just like exuding all this, like, right, you know what I mean, excellence and shit. You know what I mean? Capitalizing in every corner and every space.
They're my favorite superheroes, dog. Real.
Speaking of superhero, Oos, if you had a superhero name, Oos, what would it be?
Oh man. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you off the air. I'm gonna tell you off the air on me. Nah, man, I don't even know.
That's what's up, man. So,
I don't
Oos,
even
man,
know, honestly.
let's keep it 100 with the music, man. So you got the commission, the World Commission, under your belt. You got the projects coming up. Yo, I want to talk about this track though, real quick, because before I get away from this, talk of the town, Oos. Spin to that. Yo, let's talk about that real quick. Yo, talk about that project and the whole everything to it. Even the visuals on that shit was pretty dope. So let's talk about that real quick.
Really, that's a reputation of what Oceanside is. You know, my life in my eyes, we shot it in front of my great grandma's house on the east side. You know, had all the OGs. So while, you know, the song came up, the local artist, shout out John Gibbs, man, dude is talented. Like that was my generation growing up and listening to him locally and just being like, oh damn, this dude's dope. Bars, bars, bars. And to finally work with him, it's a humbling experience as a fan too, just being a fan. So we got the song. And then you know, just planning everything, it just kind of came together as time went on. It just became easier. So when we were shooting it, right, we had Friday and Saturday, we were shooting it. And it's me and John in the car, and John's always like, man, I don't think you know what you're doing. Like, you know, I don't think you know, like, the impact this is going to have or what you're doing, but it's good to see. So I really didn't understand that until, like, probably a week and a half later to understand, like, yo, you had the Mexicans, you had the Miolis, you had the Samoans, you had the OGs, you had everything. And especially on that street, you know, that's the block right there. It get hot, it gets spooky real quick. So for everything to come out, no problems. For the video to happen, it was God's plan. So Talk of the Town was really the representation of Oceanside as a whole. You know, just that vibe, front yard barbecue, vibing, chilling, swaying, playing dominoes. You know that, and just a reunion. All in all, like, to see it happen, it kind of take a step back and be like, damn. And this is, you know, there's my name on it. It's a proud feeling. But Talk of the Town was definitely one of those for real.
West Coast banger right there, Oos. Straight up.
Surely.
You know what I mean? So, man, like, what's new? What's coming up? What can we expect for Boy, yo? Like, what's up? Put us on game, Oos.
Coming out with an album, probably first week, second week of August. Face of the franchise. So we got a little.
Let's get that name again.
Face of the franchise.
Okay.
Face of the franchise. Yeah, got a single coming out probably this week. Finish it up, drop it. Just a little before the album comes, but that's really it. You know, just kind of working my pen, making a move every day, just working on what I got to work on until, you know, something else presented to me. But so far, everything is how it's supposed to be. God's timing, really.
Nice. Can we expect to see some features from OG Cobra or, you know, the Boo-Yaa tribe up on the project?
Hey, I'm ready. Let's do it. Hey, I'm telling you, bringing all of them back. I'm telling you, bringing all the Junior Boogaloo. My dad's gonna pop. OG Cobra. We're bringing all that back on me. We got to.
Damn, man. You know, I just want to ask you real quick, man, because I think that's really dope, and we need to talk about strong relationships in our community. What does it feel like to have your dad support you so strongly, my Oos?
Man, me and my dad got a you know, unique relationship. It's a different language. He's a very you know, he's very loving in his own way, very proud in his own way. When he don't say things, you know, he's proud. But when you mess up, he's on your ass. A lot of words when you mess up, very, very few when you do right. And but having to experience that with my dad is you know, he pushed me through a lot with football and then his music just to, you know, put me in check, get me right sometimes, and then also, like, you know, let me do my thing. So yeah, with my dad's help, you know, a lot of this wouldn't be moving as right here. So shout out to you, Dad.
Man, shout out to Pops for real. Shout out to Pops for reals, because you know what I mean? Without, you know what I mean, Pops, you know, the foundation, pushing that through and making sure that you are who you are, Oos. you know, it's beautiful to see you turn around and give it back to Pops. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
shout out my mom
salute.
too. Hey, my
Shout
mom
out
too.
to Mom, right? Because Mom's gonna be watching this. She'll
Hey,
be like, what the hell?
she gonna be in my ear already. Like, oh, just your dad? Okay, just your dad. I see. All right, Mom, you
shout
too.
out to
Love
the moms
you.
and the dads. All the hey, Auntie, shout out to you, Auntie.
Auntie,
Much love.
everybody.
Aloha to you. You know what I'm saying? We already know
Yes,
the moms
sir.
and the ladies are the backbones of the family.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up, Uso. So, so we got the album coming up, connected, with World Commission, So is there anything else that like can we expect a collab with D-Boy Oos? Same label. We got some music cooking.
Hey, man, that's Mr. Big Time right there. I gotta play my role, and I gotta do my work. Something. I gotta wait till he come get me. That's been going crazy. I be watching his Island Mogul stuff. I'll be like, oh yeah, he on. So yeah, when the time's right, when he ready, let's rock. I'm with that.
That's what's up. That's what's up, yo. So how can we get a hold of you, Oos? Drop the contact. Let us know how we get plugged up.
Twitter, Instagram, Boy Fasul, BOIFAASUA_23. That's on my socials really. Boy BOI on Apple Music, Spotify, everything is on all platforms. So I hope y'all enjoy it.
Hey, TikTok going crazy right now. You ain't trying to revisit the comedy scene, Oos?
Hey, keep that away from me, bro. Oh, no. I learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna write these songs and get away.
Man, Oos. All right, Uso, before I let you go, please, any parting words of wisdom for the concrete jungle out there?
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for having me. This is an honor to even function with you and have a good conversation like this. It's very rare that two Usos can have intellectual conversations, but we all intellectual in our own ways. So I appreciate you from Oceanside to wherever y'all from. Where y'all at?
Yo, we over here, Orange County, Anaheim, all the way to Hollywood,
Oh, okay.
Straight up out the studios, yo.
From the town of Hollywood, for real.
Yeah.
It's love our way.
Man, hey, we appreciate you, Uso. Seriously, man. Without our, artists out there pushing that pen, pushing that envelope, making sure our stories are told, Oos, we couldn't have this platform, and we would highlight y'all. So this is the purpose of Concrete Jungle. You know what I'm saying, Oos? You got a home here, Oos. Whatever you got going on, we got going on, my Uso. You know what I mean? So with that being said, them jewels and them gems we dropping right now to all of y'all in the Concrete Jungle. Y'all asked for it. We brought it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, y'all. That's right, y'all. It is your Uso Devotion with the Concrete Jungle, chilling with your fresh off the block artist. Boy, Fasul, yo. Tap in with my Uso, yo. Download that shit. Stream that shit, yo. Shout out to the fams, yo. What up, yo? Your hip hop soul artist, yo. Week of the week, yo.
This is the real Concrete Jungle.
I'm chilling with Devotion at Concrete Jungle. Hey, tap in for real. Damn.
The Concrete Jungle.